Genesis Week 2021. Thank you very much for being here in chat. I, of course, am joined by founders Idan and Dirk, and also you know him as General Mort in Discord, but Matt Bianchi is here as well. Welcome, everybody. It's Genesis Week 2021. We're going to go ahead and just get started. Dirk, we have a lot of new players who weren't here for last year's Genesis Week, and so let's just go over what is Genesis Week, Dirk?
Yeah, hi everyone. First of all, warm welcome, from us, whole Upland team. Happy and very excited to have you here this week. That's going to be, fully packed with lots of stuff we're going to talk about a little bit later. And we just thought, why don't we just do a quick recap? And since we haven't done really a recap in our Genesis Week last year in 2020, I'm just do a quick one, how it all started with Upland, because we have so many new players. And then you jump right into it. So maybe for those of you who don't know me, I'm Dirk, one of the co-founders of Upland. And we started late in 2018 together, Manny, Ilan, and myself. We were inspired by this game of Monopoly, to come up with something new, which is somehow based on the blockchain and on the real world. And, that's how Upland was born. We started developing, and coding the first things. We hired a team in the US as well, of course, in the Ukraine. And then I remember that was back in, let me think, it was 6th of June. And 6th of June, and Idan told me, wait, there's something coming. I said, what does he mean, right? As I was involved. And then the next day, I think I was working somewhere on the white paper right now. Idan came and said, we are ready to go, right? I said, let's go. And we went to a small conference room at the office where we were there. I took the video, and voila, here we went. And Idan actually minted the first property, which was on 1829 Jefferson Street in San Francisco. It obviously was the first street and the first city which we had opened. Why did we pick that property? Well, actually, first of all, we wanted to be small, not to have any impact on the economy, but I always said it has to be close to the bay. So it's not too far from the bay. It's not right at the bay in San Francisco, but it's very close. So that's how we picked it, and the first property was born. So then we opened up what we call the wait list. We had very quickly about 20,000 people on this wait list. And you have to remember, at the beginning of June, when we opened up for what we call the closed beta, there was no Apex. So all you were able to do is purchase properties with PayPal. And in the beginning, actually, we also included short descriptions on the properties for those who really have joined earlier. And it was only available on mobile browser, not even iOS or Android, or on the web for desktop. Well, and then August came, and then we started really hammering out a lot of features. We started out with Apex and the marketplace in August, and we launched collections September, and then the block explorers in October. And then finally in December 23rd, we got actually the approval from iOS, and we launched the iOS app, and shortly thereafter the Android app. So that was actually the day when we went into open beta. So just around, Christmas time, 2019. No, I get confused. 2019, yeah. So, and we didn't have any more wait list then. So then early 2020, we decided also to call our releases now after a drink, and Mojito was the first one. And we had actually opened up the desktop version because it was a high demand of the community. And as you know, we always love to listen to community and, and develop those features which they were asking us. We introduced treasure hunts, piñatas, and live events. And that all led up to Genesis Week then in 2020, last year. And when you think about, when we started with Genesis Week, it was not really Genesis Week, but it was the Genesis Day, actually, when we had only 10 daily active users. So in 2020, we then had 2,500 daily active users. We came up from roughly 1,500 daily active users just before Genesis Week last year. And at that time, still only San Francisco was available. And at that time also we gave away that Genesis property, which is today owned by a player called Thank Me Later. So what happened then, since last Genesis Week? So we announced Spark in October. which was of course a big announcement, which is a big theme of the whole Genesis this week. We have much more info about that. We announced also that we're going to do property development, and we had actually a property development sandbox with Spud, which is somehow kind of a spark, right? Which that's the idea to test it out, how's everything working. We had the sandbox wars, which was fun. We announced the property to USD beta. Since then we let many more people into the property to USD beta. We announced a business beta program as well, which we're going to launch later this year. And finally, we moved a lot of the block explorers just a couple of weeks ago to NFTs, and you can now see your block explorers as NFTs and other on your properties in your NFT asset wallet. What has happened also for us, especially starting early this year, we saw tremendous growth, way more growth than we actually originally have planned and projected ourselves. But it was due to too many reasons, because obviously the whole idea of NFTs, they become much more mainstream. And that's when we started, I call it a bit the city rodeo. So when we look back, we only launched New York City in bubbles last year in August, and then Fresno in October. But then in early 2021, Fresno, New York City, and San Francisco actually sold out, and we had to launch new cities. And we decided to go first for Brooklyn, and then also, of course, Clovis, but also they sold very quickly out. And then we announced Oakland in April, and then, of course, Staten Island followed. Just now, we had a very successful release with, very, very high throughput over the weekend with Chicago. Some of you have probably participated, and we already announced that we soon will be launching also Cleveland, also in the context of our partnership with Hyperloop. So the community has grown. When we think about it, when we first had, the Telegram channels, with some, hundreds of users. Today, Telegram is at 5,000. However, roughly a year ago, we decided that our main communication channel is Discord, and Discord has since then grown to 23,000 users. So it's quite a lot, and we're always active in there. And just, it's just the community creates a lot of content, not just in Discord, but also all around Upland, what makes us super proud. That we have, a lot of videos here on YouTube. We have, lots of blog posts. We have a podcast. There's a rap song about Upland. And of course, everyone loves what we hear, Apex World, where you can go and, check some data, which you not necessarily find directly in the app. So which is also good. This context also, we introduced what is called the Upland Contributor Network, the UCN. Where we have content creators. So we inform them, of course, without ever giving them any advantage in the game, but we inform them so they can inform the community. Also, we introduced moderators, which is running very successfully all the different languages. So which helps us, because we cannot be always online, and the moderators, and they're doing really phenomenal job, introducing people to the game. And that is in general what we really love about this amazing community, that people are so helpful. When new players are coming in, they take them and tell them, what they should do, what their strategy should be. And, it's just, they're running events, and, it's just great that everyone wants to really contribute to this positive environment. So all that, putting together new features, lots of people coming in, when we think about it, we had less than 20 daily active users in 2019 at Genesis Week. Last year, we had 2,500 daily active users. Now we're about 30 to 40,000 daily active users, which is amazing. Let's see where we stand in a year's time. But when we look at monthly active users, it is now at 150,000, which is just amazing as a number. And as you know, we're here really clearly one of the leading blockchain apps, because we're doing something which hasn't been done before, building a product which is really suitable for a mass audience, where mass audience can enjoy like features what they would be enjoying also just in a regular game. And that's maybe a good point also talking about the numbers, and handing over to Idan, who has some more numbers for you.
Yeah, and happy Genesis Week, everybody. This is an exciting time for all of us. I think, looking back 2 years ago, I don't think we ever imagined we would be standing in these achievements that we've made over the years. And this makes us proud and excited altogether. And Dirk mentioned the explosive growth, and I was just looking over the numbers a bit, and I myself was blown away. So I was looking at numbers from a week before Genesis Week last year for a week before Genesis Week this year. So we've seen some 1,600% increase in daily active users between the years. And then some 1,800% increase in property mints. Granted, now that we've also released Chicago, but if you remember last Genesis Week, San Francisco was just a wide open city, right? So we increased from around 2,500 properties minted in the week prior to Genesis Week 2020 to 102,954 properties minted in the week before Genesis Week this week. And then even more than that, if you're looking at the trades done between players, it has grown from 565 trades last year in the week prior to Genesis Week to 21,812 trades in the week prior to this Genesis Week. This is an increase of over 3,800%. And you can see as the metaverse grows, so are the interactions between the players. And guys, we're just getting started, right? So our hopes is next Genesis Week we'll be having the same sort of discussion as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge numbers, as you guys can see, exponential growth. So huge thank you to the community for all you guys do here at Upland. And so we want to take the week. Genesis Week is all about celebrating Upland, celebrating you, the community. And as a result, it's a week full of prizes. Matt, would you like to walk us through what some of the players can win or expect to enter competitions this week with Genesis Week?
Absolutely. First off, like you guys said, like super exciting just to see all the growth and to be engaged with the community. I know I'm kind of new here, but you guys have seen a lot of me already, and it's been a pleasure so far. But like David said, this week we have tons of prizes, tons of ways to get involved, and this really is the week of Spark, as Dirk said. One of our goals for Genesis Week is basically to just give players opportunities to get their hands on Spark in prep for the coming Spark drop. So this is a huge milestone for us and for the Upland community, and it should be celebrated that way, right? So with that in mind, we've designed nearly all of our Genesis Week activities to have Spark rewards. So at the conclusion of Genesis Week, there's going to be a drawing for a huge Spark grand prize where we're going to be giving away a total of 15 Sparks split among 5 lucky players. So we're calling this the Genesis Bonanza. And there are 5 different ways to qualify for this, guys. So the first one is finish either of the Genesis hunts in San Francisco or Staten Island. So you guys can still register for this. There's about 18 minutes left to register. If you guys want to get involved, I highly recommend you do it because this prize is pretty awesome. The second way to qualify is to finish the Genesis Mega Hunt in Manhattan, which is going to be taking place on Thursday. The third way to qualify is to find at least one pinata in any of the 5 pinata drops throughout the week. There will be one every single day. Participate in the Genesis Week trading event on Wednesday. We're going to announce further details on that pretty soon. And then the last way to qualify is to refer at least one Uplander to Upland as a part of the referral challenge that's going to be launched a little bit later today. So to keep in mind, you can earn multiple entries into this giveaway. So you can earn a total of 5. And I would highly recommend you complete all the activities because I think it's going to be awesome. So outside the Genesis Bonanza, we have a bunch of activities going on this week, and nearly all of them have Spark rewards. So like I said, players who participate in the Genesis Hunt will have an opportunity to win additional Spark by placing in the top 10, and they'll also win Upix alongside the Light Bike Block Explorer. Everybody who completes the hunt will earn the Block Explorer. For the Pinata drops, every day during the week, as I mentioned, we're going to be dropping pinatas in different cities. Each city will have 3 neighborhoods where these pinatas will be dropped, and you guys are going to get clues as to where clues that point to which each of these neighborhoods are where the pinata drops are going to happen. So we're going to announce those clues on Discord at the times that are listed in the schedule. So if you guys haven't had a chance to check out the schedule yet, look in the description below. There should be a link to the Medium article that explains kind of all of the events of Genesis Week, so you guys can get a clearer picture of when those pinata drops are going to be taking place. So some of these drops are going to contain Spark rewards sprinkled throughout. So some lucky players are going to take home Spark in addition to Upix, and a lot of the other pinatas are just going to contain Upix. So be on the lookout for those highly competitive special rewards, right? So we also have the Spark competitive tier hunts. So these are the treasure hunts that are inside the game, and we are going to be, like I said, launching a competitive tier that's going to run for the entire duration of the week. So players will be able to earn 2 different types of Spark rewards in these competitive hunts, or these competitive tier hunts. If you find the blue treasure box, if you find the blue treasure box, you will be able to earn 0.01 Spark. If you find the gold treasure box, you're going to walk home with 0.1 Spark. So one of them is going to have a little bit more value than the other one. We are also going to be updating the standard treasure hunt time limit up to 5 minutes, which is up from 4 minutes typically. The next way that you guys are going to be able to earn Spark is via the leaderboards and the challenges that are going to be running throughout the week. There are 5 different leaderboards that are going to be live during Genesis Week. The first being the Pinata Collection leaderboard. So players who collect the most pinatas will walk away with bonus Spark and bonus Upix. So as I mentioned, during those 5 pinata drops that are happening throughout the week, if you happen to be the player that finds the most, you're going to get bonus awards. And we're going to be paying out, I believe, the top 10 in that category. We're also going to be doing our standard Rising Star, Great Start, and People's Champ challenges. So Rising Star challenges, the player who completes the most collections during the week is going to earn bonus Upix and Spark. The Great Start challenge, this measures the visitor who had the most unique sends to their property during the week. That player is also going to earn bonus Upix and Spark. We have the People's Champ challenge, which will measure the number of unique sends to visitor properties. Again, player will win bonus Upix and Spark. And then we'll have the Upland Referrals Challenge. And this is going to measure the number of players that have been referred that become Uplanders. So the top winners won't necessarily win Spark outright, but they will be qualified for the drawing at the end of the week, and they will win Upix. So be sure to get started on those as soon as possible. I believe they all go live today at 10 a.m. alongside the Genesis hunts. Next, we are also going to be doing some giveaways for the Brooklyn Police Station Ultra Rare Collection properties. Throughout the week, there will be different opportunities to enter into these drawings, and players who participate in the Mega Genesis hunt on Thursday will also be competing for one of these properties. So whoever finishes that hunt the fastest is actually going to walk away with a Ultra Rare Collection property. So keep an eye out for details on those. We're going to announce specifics on how you guys can qualify for each one of those drawings throughout the week. And then I'm going to kick it over to David to talk a little bit about the Flash Challenges.
Yeah, so we've got 2 Flash Challenges that will come this week. For those of you that haven't participated in Flash Challenges, all you need to do is come over to Discord. A link is actually in the description below if you've not joined us yet on Discord. That's where all the announcements happen for Genesis Week and will be happening this week. So just make sure you're over there. It's a quick challenge that we do, and it's an opportunity for you guys to win some bonus Upix. As well as today's live stream. You can win 20,000 Upix in today's live stream. We're gonna select 3 winners. All you have to do is fill out the form that we dropped in chat. It's actually pinned to the top of chat. So if you haven't yet, just click on that pin, fill out the form, and we'll select some winners later. There's a lot of ways to win this week, a lot of competitions going on, so make sure you guys jump in and get your chance to win one of many prizes that we're giving away this week. We've also got a lot of other activities coming up this week. It's a week filled with fun activities and prizes. Matt, let's go over some of those other activities.
Yeah, so we kind of covered all the prize activities, which I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun with. And also, by the way, be sure to join us on Discord. Get engaged with each other, work with each other on the scavenger hunts. They're going to be a little bit hard. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So you guys are probably going to need to work together. So we did launch a scavenger hunts channel in Discord. So if you guys want to pop in there and work together on some of those things, I highly recommend it. But in terms of other activities that are going to be going on throughout the week, there are going to be a variety of different NFT sales that are going to be available in the store. And we're going to announce details on these things throughout the week. There are going to be block explorers, badges, and some other items that are going to go up for sale. And you guys are going to be able to register in advance for that. So we're going to announce when the registrations goes live for these different drops throughout the week. Also on Tuesday at 1 p.m., our head of operations, Helly, and our metaverse strategist, Kathy Hackle, are going to be joining Left House on the Upland Action News. So be sure to head over there and check that out. They're going to be discussing some of the broader concepts surrounding the metaverse, and should be a really exciting talk. Also, we're going to have Dirk and Edon here are going to be on the Upix podcast on Thursday evening, and they're going to discuss all the latest and greatest on Upland and kind of all the things that, touch more on the things that we're going to be talking about today. And then we are also going to be having a special community event on Thursday. I I'm not going to tell you guys too much about it because I want you to be surprised. And so we'll announce details about that on Wednesday. So make sure you guys are paying attention for that because I think that's going to be really fun for you guys. And then lastly, we're going to have our landmark auctions on Friday. So on Friday, we are going to be auctioning off 2 landmark properties. First, we're going to do Battery Weed in Staten Island, and then we're also going to be doing the Guggenheim Museum in Manhattan. So both of these are super awesome properties, and I think you guys should be really excited about the opportunity to get your hands on it.
Yeah, again, a lot to do this week on Genesis Week. If you haven't, come join us over on Discord. It's going to be the place to be to just be up to date on everything that's happening over there. We also do have articles below, all the blog posts that we have prepared for Genesis Week. They're in the description below, so you can click on those and check those out as well. Now, part of Genesis Week is celebrating the past year. It's celebrating together with activities and events, but it's also talking about some updates and some major upcoming releases. And with that, let's go to Adon. Adon, what are some of the major releases that we can talk about today?
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, I think Matt mentioned about the ability to register for special sales. And this is actually a new feature we're going to be launching probably tomorrow. And, as we've seen this explosive growth, the past couple of sales we've run, which have been quite some time ago, we saw that whenever we put a special Block Explorer NFT for sale, for example, the demand was just too much, and that created a pretty bad user experience. So what we've done, we've created an entire new user experience around special sales. It's going to go live this week, where people can actually pre-register for a sale and then get drawn in line and then kind of like queue up for the sale when it actually happens. This is something that we think will dramatically improve the experience when kind of like going for these special types of sales. This would be applicable for different types of sales, such as explorers in the future, Spark as well, and some desirable properties as well. So this is something very exciting. And then Matt mentioned the big kind of like Genesis Bonanza, but we wanna end Genesis Week on an even a bigger note. So first thing is that we can announce that what we're aiming at the end of Genesis Week to launch the global Spark Drop as an ending note for Genesis Week. So most of the players today in Upland are going to get Spark and be able to start building buildings on top of Upland. So that's very exciting. The other thing that we're aiming to do is we're aiming to start transitioning from the property to use the closed beta into a property to use the open beta. That means that starting the end of Genesis Week, we're going to start letting all the people who registered to the property to USD beta in and included in the program. We're going to do that still in batches, but starting from the end of Genesis Week, anybody who is going to want to participate in the fiat out beta is going to be able to in the scope of the coming weeks after Genesis Week. So that's very exciting for us. And then later on today, we're going to also publish something that I know players have been waiting for, which is the roadmap update. Now, with that roadmap update that we're going to release today, so beyond just the updates of where we stand with projects that we are working on in Q2 and Q3, there are going to be 3 kind of like new updates that I encourage everybody to take a look at. One of them is going to be about cars. The other one is going to be about how we plan to kind of like integrate third-party developers. And then the last one is a project that we've been working on under the hood that we can't still communicate fully, but we can start unveiling the information about it. It's called Upland Legit, and I encourage everybody to take a sneak peek. The roadmap is going to contain some information. People probably are going to have a lot of questions for it. I suggest for everybody to take their questions. We're going to have a full AMA session in this week. I think it's Wednesday, Matt, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Please post your questions. We're going to have a dedicated channel for that, and we're going to do our best to answer each and every question that comes up. There's going to be a lot to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. Genesis Week 2021 is here, everybody. Thank you for joining us in chat. Again, if you haven't, please go head over to Discord. Join us on Discord. A lot of the announcements are going to be there. We're going to have the channel for the AMA, stuff like that. As you can see, we have a lot of announcements, big announcements coming. Look for that roadmap later today. There's a lot of ways to participate this week in Genesis Week and win some awesome prizes for you guys. Just so you know, every morning we are going to publish a daily schedule this week of what to expect. We're going to publish that over in Discord. So once again, please come join us in Discord. And happy Genesis Week 2021, guys. This is the celebration of the start of the metaverse that is Upland. So happy
Yeah.
Genesis week, everybody.
Happy Genesis week.
Yeah, thank you, community, and thank you, Dirk, Idan, and Matt for joining us today to kick off Genesis week.
Absolutely. It's super exciting. I can't wait to celebrate with everybody, and I just hope that everybody is excited to be excited with us.
Amen. Well
Happy
said.
Genesis week, everybody.
Well said.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, bye,
See you
bye,
guys.
bye.